Hey Gianni, Giai. Nasdaq. I don't do predictions. I've not got Mystic Meg. We can have a look at the Nasdaq. It's after yesterday's big rally. It's held most of its gains. Will I see a rally today? Well, I think possibly. I think we can possibly see another green day today. That's going to be the big thing. I think that's really going to be the big thing. If we're in recession, the Nasdaq will tank. If we get, I've heard reports of a 0.0%, 0.04% growth. So 0.04% growth is what I've heard, but I could be completely wrong. If it's 0.01 negative, then we're in recession because we had a contraction in Q1. It's going to be close. But we'll see. Who the heck knows? If I had $1 for every time someone asked me what I thought the market would do, and it did the exact opposite, then I'll probably have at least $10. No, not yet, because I'm trying to set this screen up first. Then I'll get to YouTube. There we go. I think that's as good as it's going to get today. You'll have to make do with that, guys. Here I am. And now I can set the chat up on YouTube as well. There we go. And Twitch and Twitter. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. There's nothing moving at the moment. Bttx is the only thing. So let's have a quick look at Bttx. Is it something I want to get into right now at 250? Probably not. Like I said yesterday, I'm probably just not going to try and pre-market this week for the rest of July, i.e. today and tomorrow, and see how that affects my trading. From 7:30 to 8:30, I've been losing consistently across the year. If I look at my TraderView stats for July, it's even more pronounced. Reports. July. $7.30 to 8 in July. Let's have a look at it for the year. Actually, I'm making money, but just not as much as any other time. 10 till 10:30, I think, is probably my best time. It is. 10 till 10:30 is when I make most of my gains. 9 till 9:30, I'm losing money. So, and 8 to 8:30, I'm losing money. That's across the year. 10 till 10:30 is when I'm the half an hour that I make the most. 9:30 till 10 and 10:30 till 11 are probably even. But yeah, it's good to be able to look at the stats and just see what ways you can tweak your trading. You get a little bit more efficient at your trading. Statistics, T-bone. Oh, I like that. Let's get this bread. Well, I'm having a cup of tea. I don't know about bread. I had an egg sandwich about an hour ago. Fried egg sandwich. So there was bread in there. But to be fair, there's no volume on anything at the moment. I'm expecting, so the big mover over the last week has been PGY, recent SPAC. But it's down at the moment. If you look at it on the daily, I was expecting a rest day yesterday. Get rid of the lines. So you know, rally, rest day, rally, rest day, rally. I was expecting a rest day yesterday. We got a rally. So today it's actually down. It's got a gap down. So I'm expecting a rest day today. Maybe we'll get a rally tomorrow. Maybe we'll get a rally today. Who knows? But I think we'll probably have a red day on Pagaya today. We'll see. Let's see. Yes, I really am a pattern trader, James. That's the whole point. You look for patterns. That's what I teach people in the Day Trade with Tony course. Is you look for patterns. You look for geometric patterns, whether it's triangles, whether it's rectangles, whether it's pennants, whether it's pyramids, whether it's, you know, cup and handles, head and shoulders, whatever the patterns may be. Bull flags, bear flags. All of these, I mean, there's literally hundreds of patterns you can choose from, and they all have different success rates. But I tend to stick with I would say there's probably a dozen patterns I would trade at any given point in time, and I tend to stick with the most successful ones. But a rally today on the Nasdaq, I would say yes, Ian. On Pagaya, I'm kind of a little bit reluctant to say yes on that one. I think we might have a rest day on Pagaya. I think it might drop down. It's currently up in the 2030s, 2038, low volume, and that's what's making me think this low volume at the moment. But it is pre-market. I'm thinking it might have a little bit of a snip at the open, and then a sell-off. We might get down to $19 or $18. I don't think it'll sell off hard. I think it'll sell off maybe a couple of dollars, which will put it ideally placed to have a big rally on Friday, tomorrow. But if it goes to 24 on Friday, after coming down to kind of $17, $18, then that'll be a good $7-8 move, which will be fantastic to get on Friday. If we can get to all-time highs, even better. Is it going to $30? Who knows? It went up to 25 yesterday, so, well, just shy of 25. All-time highs, it could get up there. But I'm not reliant on Pagaya moving. Like I said, and I'm going to keep using that analogy since I made it up the other day, is you treat your stocks like a teenager treats his high school sweetheart. If she's not looking good, you move on and find something else to ride. Yeah, have a look at General Motors. So just sideways at the moment. That's daily, slightly up. So this is, let's look at it at the 15 minutes. So I prefer to look at that in the 15 minute because you can see a lot more action, but it takes in a longer time frame. So General Motors is having slightly up on the day. We've got, when did GM have its earnings? That was on Tuesday. Is it Monday or Tuesday? Hang on a minute. Yeah, so General Motors had its earnings drop on Monday, on Tuesday afternoon, alongside Google and Microsoft. So that rallied along with the market yesterday. I think Bttx is just consolidating at the moment. You can see highs of 260, It's down at, it's just under the $0.50 right now, so it needs to hold at the VWAP. Yeah, absolutely. And that's nice to know, Ethan. I've had all kinds of things. Big T. So Bttx had a big, as it moved up, it had a big volume on like each one of those. So lovely. There was a lovely bull flag set up here. We had the initial flagpole, consolidation pullback, and the rally up. So lovely bull flag, and then you even had your exit indicator, your doji exit indicator that said, no, done. So you get out top of that, consolidate a bit, and then we've got the volume to come in for the move back up again. So we're just consolidating here, pulling back, going towards the VWAP. So the VWAP's currently 239, probably with 240 by the time it gets down there. And that's what we're looking for. I'm just Gaia, very low volume at the minute, as you can see. This is the 1 minute. There's nobody trading it. There's 134,000 shares trading it at the moment with Gaia, so that's not really something we can trade at the moment. Let's look at the SPY. Put it on the 15. So SPY, actually look at the Nasdaq even more so. The Nasdaq rallied huge amounts yesterday. Had a little bit of a sell-off in the last half an hour of the market into the close. But it's, as you can see, it's held most of its gains. So I'm kind of, it's still above the VWAP, so I'm kind of optimistic. Another bullish day today. We might, depending on the earnings of Apple and this afternoon at Amazon, and of course the GDP results, they may all affect the price action on the markets, on particularly the Nasdaq. But let's have a look at the S&P500. Very similar pattern, which didn't rally quite as much, and Dow Jones, similar pattern. Russell index is pretty much break even on the day at the moment. It's the small cap index, which is why it's relevant to you know, we people that trade these low float, low cap stocks. I think you're, well, I mean, Gaia, there's a lot of purchases of stock last night. Was that all in one go, was it? I don't even know what the float is on this. It's 653 million shares outstanding, but I'm pretty sure the float's only about 58 million. Someone double check that for me. I think it's about 58 million, the float on Pagaia. It's not very shorted. Let me just do a little bit of quick Google search. Where's your float, the free float? Ah, 36 million. I thought it was about that. 36 million float. How that happens? It's not a small float. Well, it's a relatively small float. It's under 100 million is considered small, but I prefer under 10 million if we're going to get parabolic moves. But I'll take this 36 million float. And when you've got a 36 million float, somebody's selling, and it's 650 million shares in total. That's 1%, less than 1%. the 0.1% of the shares is 637, so it's a 0.1%. So it's not someone with big pockets, obviously. United Maritime having a little pop. Not great volume, but that spike up certainly was. 97,000 shares on this this first spike. So United Maritime trying to make. Let's see if there's a catalyst that's creating this. Not really. Form 424B3, Form 6, and SC13G. So just SEC forms, regulation forms. Not seeing anything else. Some interesting earnings coming through. Nothing moving the needle that much. Right, okay. So on Tuesday, the United Maritime closed their equity offering at 325. So now we potentially could see some movement since that. Well, it did sell off on Tuesday. It moved up on that news, and then sold off the rest of the day. So the stock market's weird. It really is sometimes. We're testing highs again now. High of day with Bttx. So Betta Therapeutics is the company. Bttx is the ticker. So the high of day is 260. Coming up at 257. We're retesting the highs. He's not as good without coaches. Yeah, just had a look at Alex. Just had a look at United Maritime. Might have missed it. Continues to move up, then we'll keep an eye on it. So I'm going to put Bttx on. Too many. I'm going to put United Maritime on there, so you can actually watch that. It's up at 225. So that's for those of you on YouTube. And I'll keep PGY and SIGA on there for now, so we get something else that's moving. Fuel cell seems to have a little bit of volume today, but no range. Not much of a pattern to trade off there. How's Facebook doing? Facebook on the 15th. Let's have a look at the 15th. All right. Why Facebook rallied before then selling? Well, I know why it sold off, but I don't know why it rallied in the first instance. It's probably just with the market. The market was really humming yesterday. Having a bit of a bounce, but I think that's more of a dead cat with Facebook. I think Facebook is in a whole world of hurt. Good morning, Dunkers. Good to see you back. Bttx, we got rejected at 260 again. New high, 263, but we rejected at 260. So let's see if it can't hold the $0.50. United Maritime pulling back, got rejected at 230, pulling back to 220. Volume seems to be drying up a little bit. Volume's good on Bttx, but better therapeutics. It is the top stock for momentum this morning. It's got the most momentum. It's got the most volume, and it's got the highest move, the highest gap, or biggest gains. Put the two together to get momentum. What do we think, guys? Let me know what you think of in the chat. Let me know what you think of the market. Is it going to rally today? Are we going to sell off today? What do you think of going on there? What do you think of earnings today? Will Amazon, Intel, Apple, will they all be good at earnings takes, or do you think we might crash the market with those? Let me know what you think of the GDP numbers. What is your estimate? I've heard rumours of a ever so slightly positive number coming out, but then again, that could all change literally in minutes. So let me know. Are you optimistic about the market? And if so, why? Are you optimistic about the GDP numbers? Are you optimistic about Amazon and Apple in particular after hours tonight? And also, let me know in the chat if you want me to stick around after the power hour session tonight for the Amazon and Apple stroke, and also Intel potentially for their earnings drop. I should put a poll up in. If I could put a poll up in TikTok, that would be good, wouldn't it? Can I put a poll? Let's have a look. Interact. Quick poll. There we go. I can do that. Don't know how to do it. No, that hawk dancing. I've done that before now. I've got a poll that makes no sense. Okay. How do I do this? TikTok, you're not making it easy for me. I'm putting polls in place and I don't even know what I'm doing. There you go. No idea what I'm doing. Stop it. How do I start a poll? That's a good question. I'll forget it. I'll look into that after the stream, and maybe we can have a poll on the next stream, because I haven't a clue how to do it. Somebody come. Someone, if somebody knows, let me know. Let me know how to put a poll on TikTok. CYH, Alex, you want me to take a look at that for you whilst everything else is just consolidating? So it's up at 294. Not great volume. Heavy. I know you. It's not you. It's the other guy. This is a heavy sell-off. Heavy sell-off. I'll put this on the 15 again. You can see a heavy sell-off. We're maybe getting a bounce. So, question is on this one. CYH, why did it sell off in the first place? Because you can get dead cat bounces, and you don't want that. Conference call today scheduled for. It was scheduled for 7 a.m. so it's now 8:25. So you'd have thought that would have happened. Okay, Q2 earnings, very poor earnings. That's why it sank last night, 47%. After the company reported worse than expected Q2 results. Q2 earnings miss. Yeah, so it's not just a Q2 earnings miss, it reported losses. So earnings per share negative 252, misses the 7 cents estimate. Sales of 2.93 billion versus the estimate of 3.14, so it's a big miss. That's why it's I don't even know the company, Community Health Systems, but big miss on the Q2 earnings last night. That's why it dumped. So Bttx back up here, holding that $0.50 level support. I don't know about the volume on the sell side. There's more volume on the buy side, not very well. The way I'm looking at it, if you look at it on the 5-minute, for example, all the up candles have got bigger volume than the sell candles. On the 1-minute, it's the same. You've actually got some, blue candles, which is where we've got the dojis, that are bigger than most of the red candles. So I wouldn't go so far as to say that there appears to be more sellers than buyers. Or there's a lot of bag holders or whatever. It's holding the $0.50 fairly well, and it's got the support of the VWAP just under it. So I don't think it's a bad. It's not got a bad catalyst either. So I don't think it's in bad shape. It's consolidating, and will it go up any further though? That's the question. You get these moves up on the news. It's good news as well. You get the moves up on the news, and then you really want a continuation. What you don't want is this sideways, nothing, not doing anything type, zero range, zero volatility until the bell, and then it sells off. No opportunity. Okay, so Betta Therapeutics completed a pivotal trial of their BT001 for type 2 diabetes, and they've announced positive secondary endpoint results as well. So, decent catalyst. Clinical trials, positive clinical trials, phase 2 clinical trials after positive phase 1 clinical trials. So, decent catalyst. And I've seen this move quite big in the past. Back in March, this went up to over $5, I think it was. $4.27 back in March. Came all the way back down again. So it does have form for making some runs, but nothing really parabolic. Hey Matt, good to see you. So United Maritime popped up and it's popped back down again. That didn't last. It's not a very strong looking move up. Who the hell's Tint, Luke? I know you're probably on your mobile phone or something, but come on, before you press send, at least make sure that you've got more than 75% of the letters ready or correct. You know, more than 50% of the letters I'll be happy with. I mean, Tony is not a difficult word to spell. It's 4 letters. Come on. I mean, I've had Tiny in the past. And to be fair, I can take Tiny because the I on the keyboard is next to the O. So I will accept Tiny, even though clearly I am not. Well, I've seen. Let's go back to Aeroclean last month. That had green day after green day after green day, successive green days. But to be fair, I think you're probably right. Let's go back to Pagaya on the daily, and you can see that the pattern that we had: big rally, rest day, big rally, rest day, big rally, and then we had a rally. I was expecting a bit of a rest day, but today we're actually down slightly, so maybe a couple of dollars sell off today, ready for another rally tomorrow would be good. If we go to Aeroclean, and the reason I'm bringing this this up is because it was just last month, and on the daily you can see here we had rally, rally, rest, kind of sell off, rally, rally, rest, rally, rest, and then it started to move back down again. So this was a slightly different pattern, you know, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then sell off. So on the daily, you're looking for similar patterns, regardless of the time frame. You're looking for similar patterns. So on this one, we would have got move up, pull back, consolidation, move up, pull back, consolidation, move up, and then it starts to sell off. What we're looking for with Pagaya is we had a move up, pull back, move up, pull back, move up. This is a continued move up. So now we're looking for a pull back and then a move up again. So Tough Built, have they completed the secondary offering yet? Don't like Tough Built since Monday. That algorithmic flush really hurt. It was only it hurt me for 3,500. We still finished green on the day, but it's one of those that really knocks you off balance, kind of emotionally, because you're thinking, what could I have done different to prevent that? And there's not a lot. You like Tough Built before Monday. What's my quick look at where Tough Built is on in terms of this month instrument? Is it even in there? Yeah, it's number 3 this month. It's my 3rd most profitable ticker this month. 16,500. So I can't complain about Tough Built. $77,000 on Pagaya alone this month. That is amazing. Not quite Aeroclean level, but it's amazing. No, I was enjoying trading Tough Built up until Monday, and now it's just got me spooked. You know, it's an emotional thing. So if I'm trading this, I'm kind of thinking, you know, and I'm not, like I've said yesterday, and it worked yesterday. So I'm not trading till the open today or tomorrow. I'll reevaluate over the weekend and see, well, should I, for August, should I trade? I'm expecting August maybe a little bit quieter, but should I trade in pre-market in August? And let's see. So we're up at 475, we're up at 480s on Tough Built. Not seeing any news right now. Oh yeah, so Tough Built Industry launches 35 products in 5,500 ACE hardware. Let's bring this up, we can all have a read of it together, why not? Okay, the company's entered an agreement with ACE Hardware and International ACE to sell 35 Tough Built products. According to the terms of the agreement, ACE will distribute Tough Built products utilizing ACE's 15 regional service centers to reach 5,500 individual ACE stores across the US. This agreement saw Tough Built's products on ACE's shelves starting the second quarter of 2022. Among the 35 of the company's products that ACE will be selling are some of Tough Built's most popular items, including tool belt suspenders, tool belt sets, clip tech pouches, etc., etc. There you go. DIY. Who'd have thought the DIY industry could be so lucrative? So I guess Tough Built goes on the watch list. It can replace SIGA. Do I want to? Yeah, go on. Get in at 520. That was also. I didn't want to get in at 520. I pushed the trigger at 510, but historical resistance level 520 or support level. You owe me 3,500, Tough Built. Just saying. Some big numbers going through on the tape as well. Tough Built owed me 3,500 from Monday. Afternoon, Alistair. Good to see you. How's Spain? Are you still there? Sunny beaches of the south coast. Can you see Gibraltar from your gaff? There we go. We broke the 520. Yes, James, I know. I should have got in at the break of $5, but what you're gonna do? Looking a bit weak now. Getting due for a pullback, so the candles are getting smaller, so maybe get a bit of a pullback. Hey, Sound of Fun. I actually succumbed to FOMO and jumped into Tough Built. I'm just gonna get over 1,000. I'm just gonna take there we go. I'll take 500 off and I'll just leave that 2,500. I'm not going to trade big size pre-market. Yeah, not trading pre-market. It's difficult, guys. Get FOMO. I'll get out for break even if it comes back down to where, you know, 520. Otherwise, I'll just hold this for now. Well, enjoy. I wish I was there. I do like that part of Spain. It's a lovely. Estepona town as well is lovely. It's kind of touristy, but not overly touristy. It's where the Spanish like to go. It still maintains that old Spanish charm, which I like about it. Well, just hold on to 520. It's below the quarter dollar, so if we get any support at the quarter dollar. That's nice as well. Oh yeah. So I'm not getting greedy to this pre-market. This is good enough to satisfy my FOMO. I've got 500 in the bank, so that's good enough to keep the FOMO away. I don't have to add and go in big size with this. I can wait till the bell. We've only got 50 minutes to the bell, so I can wait till the bell before I go in bigger size. At least I'm getting some of this move. It wasn't me. I promise you, it wasn't me, Zane. Do not succumb to anybody asking you to go to a WhatsApp or Telegram group or send money to them, because it's not me. There's probably about a dozen fake profiles on TikTok now, pretending to be me. I must be doing something right for them to you know, start imitating me. But so we've got a nice little exit indicator there, so I'll just get out. I must be doing something right for people to start imitating me, thinking I've got influence enough that they can, you know, make money on the back of it. So we've made $1,000 there on that move. Now I don't have to trade for the rest of pre-market. That's my FOMO taken care of. Let it consolidate now. Oh, okay. How would I explain swing trading? Sound of fun. What's the pros and cons? Swing trading is actually much less stressful than day trading. You just set your trades, so you do your research, and I do swing trade, and I do find it easier to swing trade than day trading for sure. And swing trading, you don't have to worry about the Pdt rule. So I found out something new yesterday. If you're in the UK, some brokers are implementing the Pdt rule for UK, even though you're not based in the US. So interactive brokers, for example, if you open an account with IB UK, then you'll be then subject to the pattern day trading rule, which is not great. My interactive is IB Ireland, so that it doesn't really affect me. It doesn't affect anyone else on the continent if it's in interactive Central Europe or anything like that. It's just interactive UK, and I think it's a Brexit thing. might not be, but I think it's a Brexit thing. Whereas there's an intrinsic link between IB UK and IB LLC, which is the American counterpart, and as a result, the interactive brokers have implemented this policy where UK day traders on their platform in that particular, if they're in that particular holding, will be subject to the US pattern day trading rule. So just be careful of that, guys. Trading 212 in an ISA, you don't have to worry about it. You're trading in an ISA full stop. With any broker, you don't have to worry about it because it's effectively treated like a cash account. You get no leverage, you get no margin leverage with trading in an ISA. Now, if you're swing trading, the Pdt Rule is basically if you've got less than $25,000 equity in your margin account, in your brokerage account, and it's a margin account, i.e. it has leverage, then you are limited to 4-day trades a week. I think it's 5-day trades a week with Interactive in the IB UK, but it's 4-day trades a week. So they limit your trading. Is what it is. So the way around that is you either have over $25,000 equity in your account at the start of each day, or you trade in a cash account instead, or like you trade in a savings account, an ISA, which doesn't have any leverage. You don't trade in a margin account. Then you're subject to T+2 settlement, so trade plus 2 days. That means that what you trade today, you can't trade with that tomorrow because it needs to settle, and it'll settle on months. So for example, if you trade with something today in a cash account, the equity won't settle tomorrow, it'll settle on Monday. The way around that is either have 2 cash accounts or 2 savings accounts, or you split your equity in 2. You trade with half today, half tomorrow, then the first half again on Monday, the second half on Tuesday, etc., etc. So that's the way around the day trading. Or you use an offshore broker. Yeah, Tilray. Let's have a quick look at Tilray. You still owe me some money yet, Tablet. You still owe me another 2.5 grand yet. Right. Okay. Not good. That's not good at all. Tilray has its earnings today. Has it? Or had its earnings today. I've not been checking on Tilray's earnings. I didn't see the earnings. Has it dropped? But going back to your original question, Sound of Fun, I'm building out a swing trading course as well to go with the day trading course. I've got the bones of that, the skeleton of that at the moment, strawman, if you will, which is available to day trade with Tony students. If you're on the day trading course, there's a swing trading course in there already that we should teach you how to swing trade. So Tilray. Oh, the conference call's is ongoing right now. Tilray. Revenue 22% up year over year. That's good. Earnings per share miss. 81 beeps, but the revenue is a beat. It's kind of a mixed results, but not bad. Tilray. Yes, I have a swing trade course. I'm building it out at the moment. It's like I say, it's a straw man at the moment. It's got the core of that, and you get that included with the day trading course. I might just push it out there as a separate course. If you're only interested in swing trading, you can take that instead of the day trading course, and that'll be fine. Break it out into 3. That's probably worthwhile. I'll break it out into four courses. I'll get the complete advanced course, which has everything. I'll have the day trade course. I'll have the swing trade course, and I'll have a value investing course. And I'll work with someone to get it. I'm not the best in terms of crypto. I just buy and hodl, but I do know somebody that is, so I might work with someone to put a crypto course together as well. That's probably, I can't say fairer than that. An offshore broker differs from the US brokers simply because they're not regulated by the SEC. If you're trading with a broker that's not regulated by the SEC, pattern day trading doesn't and you're not resident in the US. So that's the thing. If you're resident in the US or you're trading with a broker that's regulated in the US, then pattern day trading rule will apply. If you are not, well, actually you can get away with that if you're trading with an offshore broker that's not regulated by the SEC. Even if you're resident in the US, you can get away from the Pdt rule as well. So you can trade with a small account, day trade with a small account, with someone like Capital Markets Elite Group, CMEG, who I'm with. It's not out on its own. It's at the moment it's just part of the day trade with Tony course. So what I just rebrand the day trade with Tony course and then break it up as well. So I'll have the day trade with Tony course. I'll rebrand that as Learn to Trade with Tony. I'll have swing trading and day trading included, and value investing as well. And then we'll have separate smaller courses that you can buy for a little bit cheaper. I think that's probably the easiest way of breaking it out. Add value that way. Well, I thought the needle might move a little bit more on Tilray after the earnings, but it's just there's no range at all. 324, there's no range. Let's go back to Tough Built. Oh, we're breaking out. What about Bttx? That's hovering. Range is not there. It's hovering above the VWAP now. Swing and day trading. So swing trading. So I would advise. So the differences between swing and day trading is swing trading. You really should look at a little bit more into the fundamentals. There's a bit more prep involved in swing trading, or there should be if you're doing it right. Day trading, it's all about technicals. It's all about the price action. The fundamentals are incidental, really. So the earnings, the profitability, the future of the company as a whole. At day trading, it doesn't really matter. You're just looking for volume and volatility and a catalyst causing it. That's all you want. You've got the momentum that you can ride. Get in, get out, take a quick profit. With a swing trade, what you're looking for is something that's reaching, reversals are great for swing trades. So it's reaching a low point, and then you might want to get in a swing trade over a couple of days for it to make a big move in the opposite direction. Or you're holding a swing trade overnight, or over a weekend, or over a week, or even over a couple of months. Swing trading is something that you won't hold long term. Once you start losing money, or once you hit a stop loss or whatever it is, you'll get out. But it's something that you look for a longer term hold. So that's the difference with swing trading and day trading. I would say day trading is more difficult and it's more risky. Swing trading, you set your you plan your trade before you actually take it. You set your goals. You might have multiple goals, but you'll set your goals and you'll set your stop loss. So you might, at the beginning of today, for example, I might say I'm going to swing Tough Built. I wouldn't swing anything as volatile and as like Tough Built. But let's say I was going to swing Tough Built, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to get in if it breaks $6 because it's going to run up to $9, and I'm going to give it till next Friday to get there. So I'll swing trade Tough Built, but I'll have a whole dollar risk on that. So I might take 1,000 shares. I'm risking 1,000 shares to make 3. So what you tend to find is your risk versus reward is a little bit bigger. Instead of a 2-to-1 golden ratio that you're getting with day trading, you might be looking for a 3-to-1 or better in swing trading. But you just set your trade and forget about it. You're not pinned to the screen. You're not stressing over it. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. so what? The trade didn't go your way. If it runs your way and you hit your profit target, you very often you'll set trigger orders so that you'll get stop out half of your position, and it will launch another stop loss at break even or whatever, and do it that way, and you can set a new target. So you can do with the scripts, you can do that on good platforms. You can put scripts in that'll set trigger orders once it hits certain levels. So swing trading is a little bit more complex, but I would say it's less stressful and it's easier to learn than it is for day trading. The patterns, a lot of the patterns are very similar. The success rate in swing trading on some of the patterns is different to day trading, but the actual recognition of the patterns on the higher time frames is very similar. So on a swing trade, very often you're looking at the daily time frame primarily, because you're looking to keep it for longer than a single day. You're looking to keep it overnight. What I would say is, if you're day trading, never have a day trade turn into a swing trade. Don't deviate from your day trading strategy. Don't swing a day trade. What starts off a day trade, don't let it hold it overnight, or don't hold it for multiple days after it started off as a day trade. If it's not going your way, get out. With a swing trade, however, you can put a swing trade in place and then turn it into a day trade. What I mean by that is, if you put a swing trade in place and you got in at tough built for the break of $6 with a target of $9 and a stop of $5, for example, and it hits $9 today, then you get out. You turn it into a day trade. You've hit your goal. It starts to look a bit weak. That's fine. But what you don't do is you turn a day trade into a swing trade. You can shorten your swing, but you don't lengthen your day trade. That's what I would say. In an ISA account, I would swing trade. In cash in an ISA account, swing trading can be quite good. There's also an introduction to options trading as well, which, if you've got a small account, options it can be a good way to swing trade, because you'll get better leverage and you can trade options in an ISA account, and it'll give you leverage in an ISA account, in a savings account. Whereas you can't trade options, you can't trade on leverage in an ISA account. So that's what I would say to you there, Side of Fun, is if you're looking for leverage in an ISA account, whether it's swing trading or even day trading, consider options as well. For swing trading. Day trading, options is not usually the best strategy, but some people can, depending on the complex strategies that you use, day trading options is not usually a really good strategy, because you have additional cost factors built in. But that being said, you can make a lot of money with options because of the leverage. No problem at all. Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll do an options trading course. I know how to trade options, and I know about the strategies. I just don't do it that often because I'm too busy day trading. But there you go. I'll do that this weekend. That's my weekend filled. Thanks, guys. That is my weekend filled. Lots of recording and PowerPointing going on, I think. I'll give you a notable mention there, Sound of Fun. Bttx pulling back a little bit now. Tough build, consolidating up there around the $0.50. It still owes me 2.5K. So options are simple. The simple answer, what options are, and you can only trade options. You can't trade options out of market hours. Options are only tradable during market hours. What essentially options are is you're buying contracts. You're not actually buying the underlying asset. You're buying a contract that will allow you to give you the option, hence the name, to purchase that particular stock at a strike price, at a given price, and it will give you an expiry time for that contract. So you might say, and for example, if we're looking at Tough Built, if there's options on Tough Built, I might say, okay, I will buy Tough Built at $5. It's up at $5.50 right now, but I'm prepared to buy it at $5, or rather, I'm prepared to sell it at $5 because it'll be a put contract, whereas it's like the options version of going short. So I'll sell it at $5 right now. Meaning that you're looking to buy it back at $5. So you can put a put for $5. You're expecting it to go down. So you're not actually selling it or shorting it to go down to $5. You're buying a contract to say that you're going to have the option to buy it at or to sell it at $5. It just gives you the option to either buy or sell at a predetermined price within. I don't think I've done a really good job of explaining it this time. Start again. Options. You're buying a contract that gives you the ability to either buy or sell the underlying stock at a predetermined price, and depending on the price movement within a certain time frame. So you might say, okay, well, I want to buy Tough Built at $5.70. It's now $5.50, so you're out of the money right now. If it goes up to $6.50, you still have the right to buy it at $5.70. Now, a contract usually consists of 100 shares. So you then have the option to buy 100 shares at $5.70, even though the actual market price is $6.50, which gives you the difference of a 70-cent markup. Now, you don't have to buy those shares. You can actually resell that contract on for the difference in the share price, plus any additional contract value that is still there, depending on, there's a number of different factors that determine the contract value, like the expiry date of the contract, the volatility of the asset, the actual price of the asset at the sale. So there's a lot of different things with options. It's a much more complex, rather than trying to explain it in 2 minutes, it's a much more complex financial instrument to trade. How long have I been trading? Well, if you include value investing, I've been investing in the markets since about 2009. I've been day trading full time since 2020. A little over 2 years full time day trading. I've done swing trading since about 2017. The thing with swing trading, what makes swing trading attractive to a lot of people, is you can set your trade at the beginning of the day and let it go, and then come back later in the day or a couple of days later, and you've either made money or you've lost money. And it's kind of black and white. But you can go out and do your day job, and that's why a lot of people like to do swing trading. Is day trading, you're kind of stuck to the screen and you're looking for incremental micro movements. And because you're trading on leverage as well, you have to be careful with your actual targets and your risk management. With swing trading, risk management is absolutely still a key factor, but once you set your trade in place, you set the plan in place, which is why fundamentals are a little bit more significant. You set your plan in place and you set the trade going, you don't have to worry about it. You can come back and if it's not hit either of the range, either the take profit or the stop loss, you come back and it's in between. You might make a decision to say, this doesn't look like it's going to go my way, I'll get out now for maybe a small loss or a small gain. But in most cases, you just let the trade play out, and that way you can go out about and do your 9 to 5 and do your regular day job in the meantime. So that's one of the big differences in swing trading and day trading. If you've got a 9 to 5, learn swing trading. Learn day trading as well, but and for sure learn about investing, learn about long-term and the benefits of compounding on your assets. Because at the moment I'm a bag holder at the moment from my investing portfolio. So just to put that into perspective, all of my long-term positions, and I was looking at this last night, every single one of my long-term positions is in the red. Whether that be the ETFs, whether that be the stocks, whether that be the crypto, every single one of them is underwater right now, and I've been, you know, lump sum investing for a couple of years. So not ideal, but I'm not getting et up about that because it's the long-term plan, and I'm looking at the compounding effect, and I'm not dollar cost, I'm lump sum investing every month, which will bring my average down, ready for the move up to all-time highs, which inevitably will happen at some point in the future. And I'll be, you know, I'll have a lot more equity when that does happen. Govax not on my scanners simply because it's under $2. But it does have news. I'm reliably, my ISA is full. The thing is with an ISA, you're limited on how much you can have in it, Ronan. So what I recommend people do is if you're maxed out on your ISA, there's no point just continuing to add on it because you're not getting any tax benefits. So use a SIP, an SIPP, which is a self-invested pension plan. Or if you're in North America, US or Canada, it's not a SIP, it's an IRA. Those acronyms don't go down too well in the UK or Ireland, but for different reasons. But it's an IRA or a Roth IRA in the US or Canada, and that's effectively you're trading in, and it's better to trade in your retirement account than in your savings account because there are no limits to how much you can get tax-free in your retirement account. The only caveat is that you can't take it till you retire. So I'm not a financial advisor. Before you actually follow anything that I'm saying, consult your local accountant, because regionally, all different regions, different states, different countries have different tax rules and tax regulations. So don't take what I'm saying as gospel. I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. I'm just giving some ideas of some inspiration from what I do, and hopefully it can help you. I don't do commodities, no. I don't find the volatility in commodities is sufficient enough, and I don't trade the any kind of derivatives either. So I don't trade derivatives. So I'll invest in derivatives, but I won't trade them. I'd rather trade the instrument that makes up the derivative. Okay, so Govax announced peer-reviewed publication in the MPG vaccines of preclinical data for a vaccine candidate against Sudan Ebola virus, showing protection with a single immunization. Okay, that's why Govax is moving up. So that's another one. Bttx selling off now, tough built consolidating, a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern forming there, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Just be careful. How's the SPY doing? So we're up at 400, so we're pretty flat on the day at the moment with the S&P 500. Nasdaq slightly down, but a similar sideways consolidation move at the moment. SIGA sideways. PGY down slightly, but sideways. All right, what else is moving? It is very easy to get your fingers burnt there, Flash. So I say, if before you make any significant financial decision, always consult an accountant. Now, the acronyms and letters associated with an accountant are different depending on your jurisdiction as well. So I'll just say accountant. Well, it's a rather tranquil moment. I think this might be the calm before the storm today. We've got quite a lot happening today. The plug's moving up nicely as well. Plug power is at 20s right now. And it's looking rather strong. So let me see. Shares of alternative, it's a sector movement rather than plug itself, it looks like. So shares of alternative energy related stocks are trading higher after Senator Manchin said he supported the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which includes investment in technologies for all fuel types, including hydrogen, nuclear and renewables. So that's an interesting we can watch for some other power stocks today, I think. That's a fuel cell, Plug Power, Sonova, FTC Solar, but all of those seem to be moving up today. Put Plug on the watch list here. Yeah, so Plug Power is there anything that you guys think is a good watch today that you would like me to take a look at? Is there anything that you are holding bags with that you would like me to take a look at? Let me know what you want to see here today. Let me know what you want me to pass my my judgment on and berate you live on stream. No, I'm only joking, guys. But by all means, give me a shout. Redbox is hitting the scanners for a little bit. It's actually down on the day, but it just moved up slightly, and it's no volume though. That's the problem with Redbox. Needs volume. Fuel cell. I mentioned Plug Power, which is moving up nicely. Fuel cell is kind of sideways at the moment. Let's have a look at the 15-minute. Let's see what it's upwards trending. It's just below the VWAP at the moment, but it's still upwards trending. The longer term trend is still upwards. So that's fuel cell. I'll go back to Plug. See, similar pattern, but more pronounced to the upside. Run. So we're basically getting a alternative energy sector is having a bit of a rally. So there's quite a few stocks in the alternative sectors, alternative energy sector that's moving. Sun Power. This one's up 14, nearly 15% on the day as well. So yeah, that renewable energy sector is having a good moment. Not good volume, but it's having a good moment. So a lot of these are moving up, not on great volume, but watch after the bell. We'll see what happens, which direction. If they continue after the bell and a bit of momentum comes in, a bit of volume comes in, then potentially we've got what, 15 minutes to the bell. Potentially some of these power stocks could go on a bit of a rally. I don't trade currencies. I do not trade currencies. A, there's not enough volatility. B, if you're going to take advantage of the little volatility that there is, then there's not enough range in the volatility is probably the better description. If you're going to take advantage of it, you need huge leverage. We're talking like 200 or 250x leverage, and that in itself increases the risk. There's a reason why over 95% of people that trade Forex lose money in the long term. They're never profitable. They might make some money out of pure luck, but they will give it back to the market. Most people lose money with Forex. Very, very small percentage of people are consistently profitable. Yes, I've already looked at Bttx. It's actually selling off at the moment. So this is Bttx, Better Therapeutics. It's underneath the VWAP, consolidating up there at the kind of the $0.50. It's underneath the VWAP at the moment. Between 235 and 250 is a consolidation level. Tough Belt is moving upwards now. Needs, what's the high of days? 570. Tough Belt, a bit more momentum. I might be interested. On Bttx, this is Tough Belt. So on Bttx, no, I wouldn't go so far as to say on the 1 minute. Probably, I wouldn't go so far as to say a double bottom, because you've got the pull down and then a move up, but then there's argument for a double top here as much as there's an argument for a double bottom. So this would need to get back up to kind of 242 to then consider that a double bottom. So if you get in there back up here to breaks 240, get some breaks above the VWAP, then potentially you've got another run up to 250, 256, 255. So potentially there's an argument for a double bottom there, but it would need to get above this at the middle of the W, which is up at 242. But I see where you're going with that. Right now, it's a bear flag. So it needs to get, if it breaks 240s, then we're talking double bottom. Pattern is formed, and then we look for a breakout above 242. Itchy nose. Well, the thing is, if you see a pattern, a little bit of advice for you, Fuzzy Duck. If you're seeing a pattern on the 1 minute, the 1 minute is the most volatile time frame. So you're more likely to get faked out on the 1 minute than you are on any other time frame. The higher the time frame, the more reliable the pattern. That's what they say. Okay, so if you see the pattern on the or you think you see a pattern on the 1 minute, take a look at the 2 minute. Does it correlate? And you see that same pattern on the 2 minute. Or if you can't see that same pattern, is there another pattern on the 2 minute that kind of will overreach that 1 minute pattern? If you need more confirmation, look at the 5 minute. I've got the 1 minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 60 minute and daily open on any stock that I'm considering trading. So if you've got the 1 minute, in fact, as a new trader, I would recommend don't trade the 1 minute. It's too volatile. Trade the 2 minute. You're more likely to get good breakouts. You're not going to get the whole of the move in the way that you would potentially do with the 1 minute, but you're more likely to get more reliable breakouts on the 2 minute time frame or the 3 minute time frame than you do on the 1 minute. So I've got the 1 minute up here. I'm looking at it for micro entries, but I'm actually looking at the 2 minute mostly for the patterns, and the same on the 5 minute. Now, I'm showing the 1 minute, people coming onto the stream on a regular basis who think they know about trading. He's trading the 1 minute chart. And like, yeah, people have told you not to trade the 1 minute chart because it's too volatile, because you're a beginner. So don't come in on here telling me that you think you know everything. The whole point about, and I know someone that actually trades with a 10-second chart, which absolutely it's mind-boggling. How can you trade with on a 10-second chart? That would be way too volatile for me. But each to their own. I mean, whether he's got some kind of, he might be a bit autistic and that's where he zones in, I don't know. But 10-second chart is way too volatile for me. Oh, nice one, Alistair. You got it as well. You got it as well. So I got, do you know what? I'm going to have to let you, when I go on holiday, I'm going to have to let you deputize, and you can teach the day trade with Tony students. Did you bring by the way, Alistair, as teacher's pet, did you bring my apple? would like to say that if you take the Day Trade with Tony course, that you will be profitable, but I'm not going to make those guarantees. What I will say is that Alistair is living testament that it is possible to learn how to be profitable from taking the course. So there you go. Cheers, Alistair. Pagaya is still red on the day. I think we're going to have a consolidation day. We're going to get moves to the up. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be upside moves and there's going to be downside moves on Pagaya today. It's going to looking highly likely that it's going to, what we've got, 8.5 minutes to the open. So it's looking likely it's going to open down. It might shoot up out of the blocks, but I think in the long term, I think across the course of the day, it'll probably be a red day for Pagaya. Just my opinion, not financial advice. Don't sue me. I'm not a financial advisor. Well, make sure you bring an apple, Fuzzy. Okay, everyone, let's get to 1,500 likes. We're normally up towards 2,000 by now, so my dog's going to be disappointed when we don't get to 3,000 likes before the end of the stream. So let's give the stream 10 taps, guys. If you're in TikTok, if you're in YouTube, make sure you have that thumbs up button smashed. Don't press the thumbs down button; it doesn't help with the algorithm. The thumbs up button does help with the algorithm. So just do me a favor and. Hopefully it will push it out to more people as a suggestion. Pagaya is not high volume right now, guys. It's you want to be seeing Pagaya trading at over 100,000 shares a minute. Right now, the highest volume candle we've had is this little doji here, and it's 56,000 shares a minute. But we've not had anything higher than that yet. So Pagaya is on low volume. So even on these moves up, it's on low volume, relative low volume. Just be careful of that. Don't trade as if it's got no volume. From an intraday perspective, don't trade anything with low volume. It's very risky. I need some water. For the open, we've got 7 minutes. Dry throat. So plug power. That's looking strong. I just want bigger volume on it though. That's pretty much what I'm saying about everything at the moment. I mean, I'm happy enough with $1,000 starting position right now. There's quite a few energy stocks that are moving up today. Good strength to the energy sector, so plug power. So right now, as you can see here, we've got Sonova Energy, which is a alternative energy provider. It's solar power. We've got plug power. We've got I don't know what Shaw's technology is, but maybe. We've got Sun Power, First Solar, Fuel Cell, Bloom Energy, Charge Point, So just going down the top gappers, it's awash with alternative energy companies right now. That sector seems to be having a bit of a rally. So there'll be ETFs specifically around that sector that potentially would you could get good money on today. But the alternative energy sector seems to be the flavor of the moment. Apple earnings are this evening, Matt. So Apple and Amazon are both this evening after hours. So I did put a poll out there, but I couldn't get it to work. So what I'll do is on the Power Hour stream, I'll be back for Power Hour later, but on the Power Hour stream tonight, I will have learned how to do a poll, and I'll put that up. And if you want to stick around for the Amazon and Apple earnings and give some commentary on that, we can do that. What do I think of Energy Transfer? I'm not sure. Is that a company, is it? I've never heard of it. Hey, Reach. That's better. You say water doesn't have any taste, but you actually taste the temperature of water. I think I've mentioned that on stream before. There's something about iced water. It's just so refreshing. Yeah, so someone said double bottom on Bttx, and we're seeing that on the 2-minute now. So bit of a dodgy pattern there, but if you go to the 2-minute for confirmation, and I'll zoom in, you can see this double bottom here on the 2-minute. So that's a double bottom. So you can aim on Bttx, you can aim for 255, 256 as your target. That's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying that's what the pattern would dictate. So you can take that for whatever you will, but don't take it as financial advice. If you trade that pattern and lose money, don't sue me. That's all I'm saying. I think most of the big stocks are looking bullish at the moment. They're Reach in line with the wider market. If you look at the SPY, it's gone green now. So the S&P 500 is now back over 401. You look at the Nasdaq, it's looking bullish as well and moving up. And I did say, I'm not saying I'm the best trader on TikTok or Twitch or YouTube, top 3, but aside from that, I did call out, and the Russell Index is outperforming them all right now. The Russell Index is the small cap index, which is very relevant to the stocks that I trade on an intraday basis. So this one's already, 57 beeps up. Oh, pipeline. Energy Transfer pipeline. Well, if it's oh, well, where is she? She's fine. When she wakes up, she can get a treat. We're 20 seconds to the bell, guys. All right. What stock are you watching, guys? What stock are you watching? What do you think is going to rally first? We're going to switch the scanners over right now to the regular session. We've got 10 seconds. 5 seconds. United Maritime not doing much. Plug up there just in case we get plug power, just having a nice little pop. I just want to zoom in here on the 1 minute, you can see. scanner's not updated yet, but give it a moment. Nice 50-cent move for plug. What's Tough Belt doing? Tough Belt's moving up. Broke $6. See the momentum though. So we've got 2 million shares traded on Tough Belt in that last 1 minute candle. Moved up 30 cents on 2 million shares. It is for now, but don't take, look, touch wood. I'm watching for an entry. It's extended up there right now, and it's pulling back a little bit. I'm just looking for an entry. The high of day is 629. So at the moment, just letting the opening range play out. Plug, look at plug power. 2144 is the, we'll get the break of 21. Right, we've got a few halts, trading halt. AMTD. Oh, that's a downwards halt. That's not good. That's okay. It's halted, but it's not. Okay, go back to Tough Belt. Not seeing the momentum to go through. It's looking nice, but finding it a little bit difficult now. Plug's looking probably the best one at the moment. Bttx, massive red candle on Bttx, massive sell-off. Needs to hold the $0.25 there. It's down at 230s. Needs to stay above 225. It's all the way back down to where it started, that the double bottom before its move up. And funnily enough, I did call your target 255, 256. What was the high here? 256. Damn, I'm good. Double bottom here on the break. I said target 256. And what did it go up to? 256. There you go. Pagaya, sell off. We've got a little bit of a double top there, so it's selling. Tough Belt's breaking highs. So we just got a breakout there for the break of 630, and I was watching it, looking at other things, and we got a 20-cent move. So we're getting first pullback. I'm waiting before I take any entries. I'm waiting for the opening range candle to form, which I'm looking at. My opening range is the first 5 minutes, so I'm just being uber cautious at the moment. Wait for the first. There's nothing really with huge volatility that I need to jump on the back of that I'm seeing. If we get consistent moves up, Tough Belt being one of them. High here, 663. There we go. So now we're looking for. This is the first red candle on the 5 minutes. So the high, 663. So 664 on the 5. And if you're wondering what that noise is, that is my my pet dragon. Well, if Pagaya gets up to 30, I personally think Pagaya is probably going to have a rest day today. But if it decides to turn around, Fair play. I'll ride it up from 20 to 13. Absolutely. Like I was saying yesterday when I made the analogy, and I do like the analogy, so I'm going to continue using it, is that for day trading, you should treat each stock like a teenager treats his high school sweetheart. If she's looking good, then you ride her again. But if she starts to look a bit bad and not really interesting, then you ditch her and move on. Find something else to ride. Plug power pulling back, tough built pulling back. Stem moving up. Oh, pulling back. Coursera halted up. Wow. I did not see that one. This is a hard sell-off last night, and gone from $10 to almost $13. Can I explain the stocks on trading 212 with 3x as a prefix? Quite frankly, sound of fun, I can't, because I've never traded with 212. But is that not leverage that you're getting with it? I'm not sure. Is that is anybody in the chat traded with 212 knows what the stocks that have 3x as a prefix means? I've never traded with 212. Okay, when did this stop? So 37 and 58. So this should resume any moment now. There we go. A pullback. The high of day is 83. Spreads on this. 20-cent spreads. Just be careful of the spreads. And between 10 and 20 cents. Got good volatility, decent volume. Let's find out catalysts. Why did it sell off so hard? So yeah, so I'm getting told that it's leverage, sound of fun. So apart from Q2 results, 35%. So analyst downgrades. Bad Q2 results. Coursera, not great. But it's moving up now. Essentially, yes. In terms of your buying power, yes. It means that they will you buy one share. You have the money to buy one share. The broker will 212 will give you the money to buy 3, effectively. Cheers, Dennis. Right, so Coursera pulling back. I thought we might get a bit of upwards volatility continuation there. So let's go back to tough built. That's pulled back. So I'm glad I didn't continue this. Back under $6. And we'll see what happens. Plug power. It's consolidating up there at 21s. We're just getting a flat top breakout there. I missed the breakout. There's nothing jumping out right now, but this has been the same all week. We've had a couple of shoots out at the first 5 minutes, and I've lost a bit of money by being impatient. because we've not had the gap and go. We've not had the continuity. A bit of a move up, and you've got to be very quick, take your profits, and I've been holding it too long. That's what's been happening to me this week. And then when it pulls back, I found myself in a hole I've had to trade out of, and the volume's not come in until about after 10 a.m. So 10:15, 10:30 onwards. So let's see when the volume starts coming in. Let's see when the volume and the volatility starts coming in today. What time is the GDP numbers out? Let me have a quick look. It's this lunchtime. Got the advanced estimate. I'm just looking at the GDP second quarter advanced estimate here, and this is saying it's actually going to be negative. Q2 negative. Right, okay. Looks like, based on these numbers, it looks like we're going into recession, guys. Wait for the actual release. According to this, so real GDP decreased less in the second quarter than the first quarter, decreasing 0.9% after decreasing 1.6% in the first quarter. Smaller decrease, but it's a decrease all the same. So a decrease is still a decrease, does it? If it's 0.1%, but let's see if those numbers are confirmed later. That's bea.gov. Let's looking for the time in July 28, 8:30. Well, that's the advanced estimate. Okay. Maybe that's why the SPY's tanking right now. So the S&P 500 pulling back. We had a double top, very reliable double top sell off. So let's pull one up. Oh, I think I might get increase my RAM on this computer. There we go. I missed that one. So GDP declines for a second quarter in a row, flashing strong recession signal. Yeah. I don't know how I missed that an hour ago. Been waiting for this. So 0.9% negative versus 0.5% positive estimate. But yeah, we're in recession, guys. Just need the official announcement. Oh, looking at the SPY now. So Bit of a late run, but what are you going to do? Might bring some volatility into the market. We don't care if it's downwards trending or upwards trending, as long as it's trending. Just bringing some volatility. So it's 0.9% negative growth. So it's the second consecutive quarter of negative growth, and that in itself is the definition of a recession. So whilst I don't think the recession will last that long, I don't think we'll be in recession on Christmas, but a recession's recession. It's going to be last for at least a full quarter, because we'll have to wait for another full quarter for positive growth to get out of it. Hey, day trading, how are you getting on? This is what. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. It's even bigger downwards trending. Hang on a minute. SIGA. Come on, give us the data. The SIGA's moved up huge. SIGA tip. Why is SIGA up so much? Let's see what else is moving. Govax, we've already talked about today. And motoring. Govax's published paper is giving it some momentum. Well, we'll see what happens when they announce it later. But those are the preliminary numbers. Bttx has been selling off since the bell. It's shortable, but it's on the short sale restrictions, so if you can short it, but you've got to short it on the uptick. Bttx for some reason. Yeah, I just noticed that one there. Day trading. I mean, it's pulling back a little bit from its move up, but yeah, I mean, what is the short position on SIGA? Let's just have a quick look. Some of the fundamentals here for SIGA Tech. So, monkeypox, a nationally notifiable condition. CDC poised to announce. So that's going to, I think that's probably why it's impacting SIGA today. 3.5 million shares, 7% shorted. It's not really going to impact the price action that much. It's only 7%. It's not a huge amount of the float. So yeah, SIGA shorts are being destroyed, but to be fair, there's not that many of them that it's going to impact the overall price action that much. So if it was like Tough Built's shorts are getting destroyed because that's on its way back up again after its offering on Monday. What's the high on the 5 minute? 18. Looking at 19. 20. This is like 200. Well, let me just have a quick look at Tough Built. It was 207% shorted. It did come down after the offering. Right, yeah, so it's 39%, 40% shorted. Tough Built now, so it's all the shorts covered up clearly when it was up there at $10 or whatever it was, $9. broke the quarter dollar there. Holding around the quarter dollar. But 630. The 640 is where you'll get the shorts coming in. We're in tough belt. We've got a little cushion on this ticker today, so we can afford to wait for the first candle to make a new low, which is 14. So actually, I'll just put my stop in there right now. 15. And for a little bit of slippage. We'll wait for the first candle to make a new low. That was at 14. Now, good stuff, Ian. How's the spy? Ah. We've got increasing volume on those two candles. We just need more volume there. What's that one for? Very little volume. Jet E Clean Tech? Nah, I don't think so somehow. Who's getting on? That's a double top kind of formation there. I don't like the look of it. Head and shoulders. Don't like that. Lugs pull back some. Yeah. Govax pulling back some. We're just waiting for some action really in our favour, I guess. Bttx, big time flush there. On the 2 minute, let's have a look. Possibly. Look for the high now, which is 640. You look for the high of 640, Flossie. But yeah, that's potentially, you could get that, or it could be it keeps pulling back, maybe a double bottom formation as well. But yeah, you've got a potential cup and handle type on the 1 minute, on the 2 minute even. Up at 640. He needs to get back up there towards the 638, 640 for a potential breakout. So if it gets back above 630, you might be right. It needs to get back up there first. Yeah, there's a lot turning red at the moment. That's all on the back of the GDP numbers, I think. Oof, got blurred eyes. I know what it is. Not my glasses. Got dry eye disease. It's from looking at screens too long. Hey, day trading fun. Calm down. We all make mistakes. The guy is definitely having a rest day today, just in terms of volume as well as the move. So Pagaya, this is Pagaya, and I did say that it's like, if you look at it on the daily, I was expecting a rest day today, or maybe a pullback towards kind of $17. And if it comes down to below $18, then tomorrow we could get a lovely run up towards 24, 25, hopefully. And it's just very little in terms of volatility with this one right now. There's very little in terms of volume, relatively speaking. Oh, SIGA destroying the shorts as who said that? Yeah, day trading for fun. You need to figure out trailing stops. Did you have you used my my desktop files there, Ian? All right, shut up, Alistair. Stop showing off, buddy. How many hours do I sit in front of the screen? Well, I'm trading for what, 2-3 hours a day. Then I've got my stuff on the YouTube recording and whatnot. So I'm probably in front of the screens probably like 5 or 6 hours a day. SIGA breaking out. New high of day. See, we're way off the halt level. Its halt level's over $20 yet, so I really should have got in this at 1920, but a little slow to the trigger. Yeah, well, I used to be like that. That's the whole problem. Is I had really good vision up until about 5 years ago, and then it just started to the constant screen time. You're not blinking at the screen was the problem. Constantly looking at the screen and not blinking is reduce the exposure there. Always get back in. very tranquil, very slow. It's not like the volatility we've had for the earlier in the week with PGY. But hey, look, we'll take it. Anything we can get gains on. We get over, looking for 1940 for a little bit of profit here. Put 36 on the ask. Need a bit more volume. There we go, back in the green. I'll just put a 10-cent trailing stop on that. Okay. The big news, GDP numbers. Gross domestic profit. I just got stopped out there, so we're back over $1,000 in profit on the day. It's a slow-going day today, I think, at the moment. Hold on a minute. What's just happened with? Come back to SIGA in a moment. No, not moving the way I want it to. Okay, so in the Discord there, Ian, if you go into the student section and you go into the Dash Trader section, the files are all they're all there. Just if you're wondering where it is, just message me in the Discord and I'll point you directly to it. Yeah, Plug Power is having a good day today, but so is that entire sector. Got a lovely, nice little double bottom formation, W formation, the George W, and then the move up. So we'll probably get another 20-30 cents out of this yet. Kind of looking for something with a bit more oomph. And the thing is, guys, don't get bored of a calm day like this, because right now it's not hugely volatile. It's we're getting some moves, but we're not getting the huge volatility. A boring day is a good trading day. You know, if your heart's not racing, doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It actually means there's something right. So if you're trading right, it shouldn't be exciting. It should be actually boring. You're just waiting. In fact, 75-80% of your time should be waiting for the right setup to appear for a day trader. Waiting for the A+ setups. Don't trade the garbage, says me. King of trading garbage moves. Have I ever thought of using a Stream Deck for my hotkeys? Why do I need Stream Deck for my hotkeys? I've got my hot buttons, which I use my mouse for, and I've got my hotkeys, which I use on my keyboard. So I don't need a Stream Deck. Double top. Yes, a double top usually sells off. A double top's bearish. A double bottom is bullish, and a double top's bearish. Oh, I missed that entry. So we've got the $0.50 here, then I'm waiting for the break off. Enter here on the 2 minute is 40, is actually 48 anyway, so. Well, I'm potentially looking at a breakout there. It wasn't confirmed on the higher time frames, the 2 or the 5. The 2 and the 5 are actually telling me reversal. especially the 5. As I'm saying that, look at that. As I'm saying that, just go back to the 5-minute here. You've got this doji here, which is a reversal indicator, usually a change in sentiment. And I'm just talking about how that's a reversal indicator. So despite the little bit of a fake out here, it wasn't right to get in because I was seeing exit indicators on the 2 and the 5. But if I'm seeing exit indicators on 2 charts and a bullish indicator on the 1 chart, I go with the 2 charts, which is why I like to trade with at least 3 charts at any one time, different time frames, because that way majority rule. Tough built. Is that looking strong again? Well, we've got a little bit of a W formation here, so we need to get above 630. I think I said that earlier. Actually, let me have a look at crypto, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's actually not too bad. It did get over 23. It's back under 23 right now. It's 22,800s. So it is pulling back a little bit. Ethereum's still over 1,600. So Ethereum's having a good moment. So it's still over $1,600. We've got Cardano, which is 49 cents. We've got XRP at 35 cents. So crypto's still having a decent moment, relatively speaking. Correct, that's right, Dr. Daryl. If you want to just after this stream, don't go right now, but after this stream, go into my profile, and I've got the top 7 highest success rate chart patterns. There's 4 videos, and double bottoms and double tops are in there. You've got the head and shoulders, flags, pennants, all kinds of stuff. So just check out those 4 videos. Anyone shorting plug today? Why would you short plug today? The whole sector is up. The whole renewables sector is big today. And we've got Sonova Energy, Nova. Sonova Energy's up 25%. We've got Plug Power, which is up over 22%. We've got Bloom Energy, which is up 20%. FTCI Solar, which is up 17%. Some of them not on big volume, granted, but the whole sector is up. We've got it's actually a very tranquil. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I'm not really seeing a huge volatility in the market today. Let's have a look at the word of SPY's finishing. It's getting a bit of a bounce there. And a sell-off. So if we're going to move up here, we might get a double bottom, but can't see it. I think we'll just that was probably a bull trap. We'll get continued sell-off. Let's have a look at the Nasdaq. So it's a bit of a skew whiff. Inverse cup and handle. There's your handle and there's your cup. Yeah. Facebook. Oh my goodness, Facebook is down even further. Meta. So it sold off, had bad earnings result, and as we all anticipated, had bad earnings, sold off after hours yesterday, and now it's selling off even more. So this will be affecting the market. It's down 7% right now. Gaia under $18 now, which I don't mind. I don't mind this pullback on the daily. Look at this on the daily. You can see that we've got this move up. I don't mind this pullback, consolidation, ready for another move tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get another move with Gaia tomorrow. Let's see. It's on lower volume. If you look at the volume histograms here, the rally moves on Pagaya have all been on big volume. The red days have all been on low volume, and that's a very bullish signal. So let's see what happens tomorrow in terms of volume. With we get more volume tomorrow, I don't mind a pullback. I don't mind it even having a bit of a rally for a couple of dollars today and just finishing slightly red. But it looks like Pagaya is having a bit of a red day, a bit of a consolidation day today. But if you look at this, if this was a daily chart, if this was a 1 or 2 minute chart, let's kind of can't really zoom out on this because it's a recent IPO. But if this is a 1 minute or a 2 minute chart, you'd be saying all flag. So the fact that it's on a daily doesn't detract from that. We'll look for the next move up. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get a move up and some more rallying on that. So I'm going to keep Pagaya on for the rest of the week, i.e. tomorrow, and see what happens. Well, we're back where we started at the bell. We were 1,000 up at the bell. We're still 1,000 up. We gave some back on Tough Built and then got back on SIGA. So well, I really can't see it selling that much today. I have to swing that. To be fair, I look at the SPY on the daily. I did think that this rally was kind of a bear market rally. We're still in a bear market. I don't think we're finished. Just zoom out so you can see the overall move from the highs up here. I've got a couple of bounces. And I don't think this is any different. I think we will go down to, I don't think we'll go down to 300, but 350 is a possibility. I don't think right now, but maybe before the end of next quarter, we could be down at 350. We'll see. Tough Built's consolidating sideways right now, and the volume's kind of died out. So, as I always say, no volume, no trade. Need both volatility and volume. That is just sad the way that just sold off. Plug power. Not really feeling it. Kind of ranging over the VWAP, so sideways. SIGA making another move. Yeah, but not today, Kareem. I'm not saying today. I don't mind it moving down. I'm expecting, and I called this out in pre-market, that I expected Pagaya to have a rest day today. It's on low volume today, like all the other red days this last week. So I'm expecting it to finish today red, and then maybe we'll get another rally tomorrow. So $17 tomorrow, it might be worth, if it gets down to 17, maybe 16.50, might be worth a look tomorrow. And we could get a move up to kind of the highs of 24, 25, or even 30 tomorrow. What do I think of Govax right now? So Govax. Not a buy right now. It needs to be back up above the VWAP. It really needs to hold $2. If it's at 201, it needs to hold $2 and get back above the VWAP. So 205 and above. It's looking a bit weak at the moment. Yeah, it's coming, pulling back. It's probably retraced about 40% of its gains already now. That one move. Well, right now, we're coming up to 15 minutes to the end of the stream. No, SIGA, I was watching that for a breakout. Missed it. SIGA Tech seems to be the one that's got the momentum. It's not really volatile enough for me to be going all in on, but maybe I can get a couple of K out of this a little bit later. We'll see. Still waiting for volatility. But what we've seen, guys, is that in the last couple of days, we've got volatility has come in around 10:30, 11 o'clock. So let's see what happens. I'll be back in a second. And I'll get this, okay? Yeah, news pending. So this looks like it's either an acquisition or a reverse split. I think it's probably an acquisition. Let's have a look at the news so far. News pending. Right, okay, it's an acquisition. That's why it popped up so much. Petros Pharma shares more than triple in value after the company to be taken private. So it's to be acquired by Henry Crown and Company. That's why that popped up. So there's no trade there. Don't worry about it. So this is the S&P 5. We're a whole percentage down on the Nasdaq now. We're just getting a little bit of consolidation. $180 gain, nice one, Ian. Green is good. Just remember that $200 a week. That's sorry, $200 a day is $4 grand a month. You're looking at 50 grand a year. 50,000 a year comes off 200 a day. So you're 180 up. If you can maintain that, that's an extra 50,000 a year. And this is what I'm talking about with day trading. People think they get attracted to day trading because they think they can make thousands every day, and it doesn't have to be that. Think about how much, let's say, how much an extra 50,000 a year would mean to you. The majority of people don't earn that with the 9 to 5. 50,000 a year is an average of $200 a day. So $200 is equivalent to 200 euros, but 200 a day is the equivalent of 50 grand a year. And the pawn bots are out in force on YouTube again. So think about that. And likewise, if you're getting twice as much as that, 400 a day, and then that's a 6-figure income. So don't be corrupted by don't get greedy and corrupted by the promise of huge gains. Build your account up slowly over time and learn good trading, and that way when you become proficient, it naturally will come that you'll be able to make thousands a day or whatever it is. But start small. $100 a day, that's an extra 25k a year. 200 a day, 50k a year. So think of it that way. If I can make $100 of profit every single day, on average, there's going to be days, don't forget, you're going to have days where you lose money. Every trader does. You've seen me do it. Every trader loses money at some stage. So you're going to have days where you lose money. But if you, over the long term, if you're averaging 100 a day, that's an extra 25k a year. So you start off with an extra 25k a year. A lot of people would be happy for that as a salary. And that takes a couple of, an hour of your day, 15 minutes of your day or whatever, $200 a day, and then you're on 50k, and that's more than the average salary. So just don't be greedy, just do it slowly. Because what's going to happen is if you get greedy, you're going to try and make big gains too soon, and when you get the greediest, that's when the market goes against you and you lose the most. Simple. And your buying power as well is if you, what I do is I don't remove any money from my account until the end of the month. So I'll be sending after I finish trade. I won't be doing a stream tomorrow evening for Power Hour, because what I'll be doing is I'll be sending after I finish trading in the first session, I'll be filling out my form and sending that over to Capital Markets Elite for the withdrawal. And I'll be withdrawing all of my gains that I've made on July, ready to start Monday afresh with another 30,000, just 30,000 in the account, or give or take some change. So start on Monday, the 1st of August, with 30,000 in the account, and I do that every month. So over the course of the month, my buying power increases. My buying power right now is almost $1 million. Am I going to use that for trading low cap, low float stocks? Hell no. But it's the compounding effect of keeping your gains in your account for 3-4 weeks at a time. So you make $100 today, and you do that consistently for 5 days, you've made $500 at the end of the week. If you started off with, let's say you started off with a $2,000 account and you made $100, you've now got a $2,500 account after 1 week. After 2 weeks, $100 a day, you've now got a $3,000 account. You've increased your equity 50% in 2 weeks. That's better than any market hedge fund's got to do. So keep your goals small, and just think about the compounding impact of the buying power that allows you to do that. Because after you've increased your from a $2,000 account, you've increased it to $3,000, but in 2 weeks, you've actually got a $3,000 account plus the buying power, the additional margin. Let's say you're with a broker that gives you 4 times margin. You started off with $2,000, gives you $8,000 worth of buying power. 2 weeks later, you've got $3,000. You've got $12,000 worth of buying power. It's a huge difference. That compounding effect is a huge difference. What do I reckon the high on SIGA? Well, it's slow but steady gains. So this is one that I might just put a trade, when I've finished here, I might just put a trade on, set a 1,000, maybe 2,500 shares, set a low and let it go, and have a couple of take profits a little bit higher. I would be aiming for probably 20.50 on this one today. If it continues to go up, certainly $20 is a realistic expectation. It's only 30 cents away, but if another 80 cents on SIGA today would be great. The problem with that is you've got a very key psychological level at $20. And let me just have a look at TradingView. So quarter, half, and whole dollars are very important levels, in psychological levels in trading. But in terms of whole dollar levels, the triple zeros, so the 10, 20, 30 dollars are extremely important. And let me just have a quick look at this. When was it last up there? No, it's all-time highs. So SIGA Technologies right now breaking highs, all-time highs. Shorts are getting screwed. Not that there are many shorts at the moment, but so that we've got blue skies above. But like I say, that key level of $20 is if it breaks 20, there's no reason why it can't go on to the $half and get to 20.50. Not financial advice, just what I will be setting for goals. That's all. It's slow and steady. The VWAP's moving up with it, so it's not like it's extremely extended. It's kind of using the it's using the 20 EMA as a support. It's pulling back below the 9. 9 is the yellow. It's pulling back below the 9. It's got the 20 underneath. It's been using that as support pretty much all day. Got the VWAP here as well, down at $19. So could you get to 2050? I don't see why not today. So catalyst on SIGA is the beginning of the week. World Health Organization announced that the monkeypox outbreak is a global health concern. There are more cases in the US than anywhere else in the world, and SIGA are one of the main manufacturers of the vaccine for monkeypox. So that's why SIGA's been moving up this week. It's on the back of the World Health Organization announcement, I don't know if it was Friday or Monday, around monkeypox. No, yeah, no, it is shortable today. It depends on if they've got shares to borrow there, Klaatu. If it's like any broker, they will only allow you to short shares if they have them to borrow. Now, if they have them to borrow, that's great, and you don't have to pay locate fees. Now, if they don't have them to borrow, then you've got to pay locate fees in addition to the borrow fees. So hard to borrow and hard to borrow stocks, the locate fees and the borrow fees tend to be even higher. So so Pagaya bouncing at 1760s. It's low volume. Just be careful, guys. It's low volume. We've not had a single candle above 100,000 since the opening 10 minutes, the opening 2 minutes. Just be careful with that. You're going to get bounces. You're going to get ups and downs. That's the nature of the stock market. It just needs. And what's the spreads on this? We're looking at 20, 25 cent spreads. Just be careful with the spreads on it as well. The spreads have been very rangy over the last week, but the advantage of trading it was the moves were very volatile. So you get, 20, 30 cent moves very, very quickly, which would more than cover the spreads of 15, 20 cents. So I was looking for 17, didn't quite get there. Oh, it did. Got a bounce on 17. I did say 17. Careful of the VWAP. Be careful of a VWAP fade. Absolutely. VWAP at 1889. Just be careful with that. No, it doesn't mean that the shorts have been covering. It just means that there are no shares to borrow. So some shorts will cover. Some people that are holding the position. So to borrow shares, if you've got people in, who did you say you're trading with? Ameritrade. If you've got customers of Ameritrade that are holding SIGA long, Batu, and they've marked their shares that they don't want them lent out, then Ameritrade can't lend those shares out. However, if people in Ameritrade are holding shares and they mark them those shares as lendable, then they will get a commission from Ameritrade. They will get a slight rebate for being able to borrow those shares off them so that they can be lent out to other customers who want to go short. So it really depends on the customer base of Ameritrade as to how many shares they actually have, or their customers have, that are marked for lending, and then they will be the intermediary, and they will lend their own customer shares out to people who want to short it. It doesn't mean that shorts are covered. It could just mean that there are more people that have bought it that have marked the shares as lendable. So it's had a pop up, still not looking bullish enough for me to jump on right now. SIGA pulling back, tough built, selling off, surprise, plug sideways. I'm going to take the dog for a walk, guys, and I'll come back later. I'll be back on Power Hour. Right now, it's a small day, but it's a green day, and small green days are good days. As I was saying, you don't have to be. I've more than made my weekly goal this week already. Let's have a look at the numbers, shall we? Why not? I'll give you guys some insight into where I'm at. Okay, so let's have a quick look where I'm at. Okay, so this is my TikTok page, and right now, if you go into TikTok, you can click on the link. These links on my link tree are in the description on YouTube. Check them out. If you want to learn to trade, Day Trade with Tony is the Trade with Tony. Learn to trade the exact strategies and techniques that I use. You can go in there. It's all the syllabus is already there. So I was talking to somebody a little bit earlier about the syllabus. You can actually watch. You can get access to the video of the first lesson on YouTube right now. Introduction to Trading. Go and watch that for free. There's no problem at all. If it perks your interest, then come back for the rest. There is a swing trading course there. There's 4 hours of content and reading material. In addition to that, I'll add a value investing portion of that, and then I'll break these out individually. You can, if you prefer just to do the swing trading, you can do that, etc., etc. It's $150 a month. Don't come after me for trying to make additional money on top of my my day trading. If you can't afford that, it's a course that's not aimed at you. It's aimed at people that can afford to day trade. And if you can't afford $150, then you can't afford to day trade. It's that simple. Scroll down, you've got 6 months of my P&L, which is the Trader View stats and my broker reports. So with that being said, what is Trader View? So if you go to the third one down, Trader View, the little magnifying glass with the green bullish lightning bolt, it brings you to Trader View. Now this is Trader View, okay, and you can see in July right now 144. So after today 145 right now as it stands, 145,000 profit on July. We've got 1 day left, so I don't think I'm going to beat June's total of 162, but 145 is a good, very good profitable month. So that's a 6-figure salary position for me this month, which is nice. You can see all my statistics. You can see over the last couple of days it was up at 86% accuracy. It's coming down again. It's under 80% now, so that's a 4-to-1. It's a 4-to-1 ratio on the accuracy. If I look at the win-loss expectation in terms of statistics, you can see here risk versus reward is essentially what this is. 213 versus 70, so it's a little better than 3-to-1. So 4-to-1 versus 3-to-1. 4-to-1 on the accuracy, 3-to-1 on the risk reward. That's why I'm profitable. Now, you can look at this on the annual basis. You can look at this on, different days. You can compare by the day. You can compare by the tag. There's all kinds of different data that you can look at. So, yeah, we're having a second really good month in a row. If I just break this out for the year, where are we on for the year? You can actually see the 691 after today will be where we're at for the year, with 4 months of the finished July, so that would have been 6. So 5 months of the year left to go. I had to do a little bit of a brain fart then. How many months have we got left? 5, Tony. If I can get an average of 100,000 a month for the remaining 5, which is what 5K a day will do on average, then you can see that not only will we be over that magical 7-figure goal by the end of December, we will have smashed it, which is the whole point of setting yourself goals and setting yourself targets for the year. My goal for the year is 5,000 average daily gain. Now, if you've been following me when I've been showing this on a daily basis, you remember I was at 4,600 average, last week. I'm now 4,900. I'm effectively $35 away from my average for the year being on a daily basis being 5K, which is what I need. I don't need it to be, but that's what I'm striving for. That's my ambitious goal to get there. Versus in terms of winning trades and accuracy. In July, I'm having a really good month. I'm 4-to-1, so which is 80% accuracy. As you can see here, I'm a little better than 2-to-1 accuracy over the course of the whole year. In terms of risk versus reward, 1.2 versus 6. So again, on the risk reward, I'm 2-to-1 in terms of risk reward as well. So it's giving me that profit factor of 2.16, which is really is really good. And the profit expectation. So we're in a good place on the year, on the month. I'm happy to take small wins. If I look at what we've done this week, so if I'm to be averaging 5,000 a day, then I really need to be making 25K a week. So if I go back, where are we on this week? That's not right. July. So let's go back. So we're 40K up. So we've done 40K this week, which and averaging 13K a day, which is, I'm proud of that. I'm a gobsmacked. I'm at a loss for words with those kind of statistics. So 40,000 is way above the weekly goal. 13,000 way above the daily goal. So I'm happy with this week. $1,000 today. Do you know what? Who cares? We can come back at it tomorrow. I'll come back later after I've walked the dog, see if there's anything moving. We've been getting a bit of momentum coming in. For those of you day trade with Tony students, I'll be back in the Discord in about an hour. So I'll be looking at what's happening in the markets. If I see anything moving, I will be highlighting that in the Discord, as I always do on a daily basis. So yeah, that's TraderView. So really important to log your statistics. It's really important to review your trading performance to look at how you can improve and continue to improve. So keep doing that. If you want to reach out to me directly, by the way, if you're on TikTok, hit the email button here at the top of the link tree, or reach out to me on any of my socials and DM me. No problem. I'll answer as I'm fairly responsive. I'll answer you as soon as I can. If you've got questions or anything like that, reach out to me directly on the socials. If you want to know what these are, where I'm getting my trading ideas, get into Benzinga. The second one down is Benzinga. Try it out for free. You get 14 days for free. So you start your free trial. You don't need a credit card or anything, just an email address. Check it out for free. You get scanners, signals, real-time news, calendars, IPO, earnings, all that kind of stuff. Trader chat, trader ideas, even an audible squawk, so audio squawk box as well. So it really is great. It's the list price is actually, I think it's about $177 a month. But if you go for a longer subscription, so a 3 or a 12-month subscription, you get discounts on that. And if you use the code DTWT, so Day Trade with Tony 35 at checkout, you'll get at least 35% off. So, and that's for life. So the full duration of your subscription, you'll be at least 35% off. So check that out. And I'm going to take this dog for a walk. I'm back later for Power Hour. So let's have a quick look at the chat. Get rid of the bots from YouTube that keep coming into my stream. Let's have a quick look for the chat before I do end the stream and see what's... Okay, so just shorted SIGA. SIGA's looking decent. This is struggling up at $20 though, as I was saying earlier. Double bottom up plug on the 1 minute. Let me zoom out because I'm not seeing it. Maybe I was late to that one. Yeah, I suppose I could. It's a bit messy, but there's an argument for it, I guess. It is a bit messy because of this also to a double top there. I don't know. Look, there's certainly no double bottom there that I can see cleanly. You can see it, great. I just can't. But okay. If you make if you make money on that, Alistair, let me know. It's going private. PTPI is going private there, Kareem. Being taken private. No, it's not actually being bought out. It's being taken private. Okay, guys, I'll end the stream. I'll be back. I'll be back later for. Why is that not moving to off the screen? But I'll be back later. Okay, guys, for Power Hour. Catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your day.